So Tammy, what do you do as far as events during the holiday season?
Well, there's events, and then there's also other opportunities. For example, we send Thanksgiving cards instead of cards in December, um, to all of our client list and great vendors and all of those folks. And we feel as though it makes perfect sense for us to take the opportunity to thank them for their
Yeah.
business and for allowing us to do what we do.
It fits the
And
holiday well too. That's nice. Yeah.
yeah, and it gets it out of the huge fray of cards and things that are coming in the December holidays. Really just kind of sets us apart, and we also then don't have to worry about any religious differences. So that Thanksgiving card mailer has been a huge thing for us.
No, I like that because you're beating the rush, if you will, because suddenly we get tons of things in the mail. So that's really nice. It stands out. I think I may have mentioned in a past podcast, my uncle and aunt have a brokerage in Asheville, North Carolina. And historically, they've done, instead of doing Christmas cards for the same reason you described, they do New Year's cards, and they'll do some of their favorite pictures of their family and their ages and things happening in their market, on a personal level, on the card in January, like, probably middle of the month, because you have the leftover Christmas cards that kind of cycle.
Right.
They get lost in the mail somewhere in this first week or so. And so, but by mid-month, they launched their Happy New Year card to just kind of stand out from everything else. And I like both of those a lot,
Yeah.
actually.
I hear a lot from successful agents that do a Thanksgiving pie giveaway, right? Do you see that happening?
Yeah, I've had friends do that here. Colleagues in my office here and with the company do pies for Thanksgiving. We just came back from a retreat. We had a great retreat with our office this week. Actually, went to the mountains for 2 days, and we took our top producers and we talked about some of these very same things actually. And one of the things, Tammy, we talked about was taking our database, because we always talk about our database, our sphere of influence, and the key people in our lives and our circle. And so the emphasis that we have has never been to have mass mailings and massive databases. It's always been fundamentally, a database of people we know well and who know us well. That's our focus. But even within that database, you have your A team, your A players, and
Hmm.
it could be that's because they're the high rollers. It could be because they buy, really expensive luxury homes. It could be because they buy frequently or buy other properties, or it could be have nothing to do with the price point at all. But I think actually more importantly, there are those people that refer business to you
I
on a
was thinking
repeat
the same
basis.
thing.
They're our favorites. They're the people that are special to us for various reasons within our business. And so we try to celebrate those people during the holidays. And one of the things that we do, and I've talked about this, we take that list, and for me, it's a small list. It's probably 30 or 40 of our top folks in our database. We send LL Bean Christmas wreaths to those
Yes.
folks. And I'll tell you too, these wreaths are so classy and so beautiful. They don't scream any particular faith. They scream festive and holiday. And when you open these wreaths, you open the box, your whole house smells wonderful. It is so far beyond anything you pick up off the shelf in your hometown. Those LLB wreaths, I love them. And we'll spend about $50, $75 a piece on those and send those to our top people. And it's not a huge deal, but they remember it. And some people put them on the door, some put them on their table, and we get them out right before Thanksgiving so they can actually use them on their table at Thanksgiving, with a candle or whatever, or they can hang on the door. But that's a wonderful, again, not an event, but a gesture, if you will, to hit right before the holidays, right before Thanksgiving.
And I want to highlight something that you just brought up there is really utilizing your database to identify those clients who have the highest potential in terms of not only revenue but also connection and referability.
Mhm.
And that's something that we take very seriously on my team is ranking our database so that we have easy access to pull out those different groups. So there's a tag for everybody who's going to get a holiday card. There's a tag for who gets an invitation to the annual client party. There's a tag for like super duper A list. Like what you're talking about is really going a little much further for a very small group. And then you've got other activities. Now, I know you do a fantastic Santa event, and I want you to tell us about that.
It's a lot of fun, and I'll tell you, before I tell you about the event, this is also the opportunity for us, I think we all need to do this, is before we get into holiday season and what we call event season, because everybody's doing all types of real estate or brokerage events, either internally within the companies or the offices or for their clients. It's the primo time to clean up your database. And so we start there first. So we go through our database, make sure everything's clean, everything's current, that every close we had has been entered, it's all good and tidy, and then we send invitations out. And so for the Santa party, which you're referring to, what we do, we have a postcard that goes out right after Thanksgiving, and we're having this year's event the first week of December on a Saturday morning, and we tell all our clients that, why wait in line to take your kids to the mall to see Santa? Come to our office for a private meet and greet, a more intimate talk with Santa. And we have the most amazing Santa Claus. He is unreal. He's so good. He's photogenic. He's fun. He has a great laugh, and he can talk off the cuff of the kids. The kids love him. So we do that event, and we tell them to feel free to invite their friends, their family, and their kids to come. We don't RSVP, just show up. And we have one of our stagers do the decor for the Santa chair in the area around Santa. So that makes it easier for us and a good way to kind of promote them is passively. But the kids come, and this is one of those events where it's not the party where there's alcohol and it's adult driven. This is all about the kids. So we have cider and hot chocolate and cookies and things of that nature. And the kids come and do Santa Claus. And one of our real estate photographers is there on site to shoot pictures of their kids with Santa. And then after they pull them out of editing, we post those on a private site where everybody can download those pictures very quickly thereafter of their kids with Santa. And so it's a really nice way to come and do the Santa Claus thing with your kids if you want to do that. And you can bring your pets, or if you want to sit on Santa Claus's lap or sit with Santa, he'll cut up with you. It's just a lot of fun. And that's the whole idea. Have a good time and make it a memorable experience. As we've talked before, it's all about the experience.
I have seen the photos, and you are not kidding. He's really great. And do you get those done in time? Have you ever seen any of those photos actually end up being the family's Christmas card that you get a week later or 2 weeks later?
We have it, yeah. Like, I don't think we do it in time for people to plan to use it for their Christmas cards, but the pictures get a lot of mileage, and we make sure we get a really good photographer. And we also tell folks, if you want to shoot photos with your Droid or iPhone or whatever, feel free. But we have really good, high quality photos that we have for when they go through editing, and so they're really, really nice. And again, it's a free event for the kids, and it's also a good opportunity to potentially meet some new potential clients when they bring their friends if they invite people to come. So we invite everybody to come. And make it really real fun. And we've got a real nice lobby that sets up well here at our company, our corporate office where we host, that makes for a good place for Santa to hang out.
How many people do you usually have for that?
It varies, and we've done variations of this through the years. We did, and then I'll answer your question. We did a earlier version where we hosted a party at Krispy Kreme, and we invite everybody to come and get a box of donuts for their family, or sit and hang out with us, have donuts and coffee or whatever. And so we did that for years and years. And that was really fun too. Again, it's not an expensive event, but so much fun and so much mileage and great photo ops. And we've had, as few as 25 to 30 during COVID, as we were distancing and we're sitting outside, not inside Krispy Kreme, to as many as 150, 200 when it's been, those really busy years. So it depends. But like I said, we don't do RSVP. The Santa thing, what we've really tried to capitalize on now, hosting it at our corporate office, we're right beside one of the major shopping malls, one of the upscale shopping malls here in town. And so we encourage them to kind of tie those things together. Come by, meet Santa, have a good time with the kids, then go shopping. Or maybe if a couple comes with the kids, one goes shopping with the list from Santa and the other goes back home. Who knows? But it's just a great way to tie those two events together and make it a convenient stop on the way to the Christmas shopping.